Pro wrestling is an ever-evolving industry, with encyclopedias being updated, documentaries being released, and relationships mended or destroyed. The attitudes and narratives of wrestling superstars begin to change. Individuals like the Ultimate Warrior, Bruno Sammartino, and others are brought back into prominence, while the history of some of the other bright characters are being washed away or changed. Some are pigeonholed and being remembered for that one event or that one specific moment in time. Others become as insignificant as a crossword answer. My job as PWP's resident historian is to remind you of the impact that these individuals and teams left on the industry. This is PW Profiles. I'm sure you've seen a picture of Paul Heyman with the wrestling managers. It had Classy Freddie Blassie, Captain Lou Albano, and the Grand Wizard. You know a lot about the Grand Wizard? I'm sure, I know for a fact he's not as well renowned as Captain Lou and Classy Freddie Blassie.
No, I think I'm thinking of a different Grand Wizard.
So it's funny you say that. The Grand Wizard, who was portrayed by Ernie Roth, he was Jewish, and it's reported that he took the name the Grand Wizard as a snub to the white supremacist organization, the Ku Klux Klan. So we probably would have been friends. We probably would have been friends with this guy.
Oh.
Doing little digs like that. He's also from the Detroit area quite a bit. He was in Big Time Wrestling. He was actually one of the Sheik's first managers. He would speak for him. He'd try and take control of him. Besides managing the Sheik, he also managed Pat Patterson when he was the first Intercontinental Champion. Ken Patera. As funny as it is, the Grand Wizard managed Bobby Heenan when he wrestled. He led Mr. Fuji and Tanaka to the WWF Tag Team titles. And he managed Stan Stasiak and Billy Graham to the Heavyweight Championship. So this is another one of those instances where I don't know if it's his name. I don't know if it's because he didn't last as long as Captain Lou and Classy Freddie Blassie. But I don't quite understand why someone who managed 2 Intercontinental Champions, a set of Tag Team Champions, and 2 Heavyweight Champions isn't as highly regarded or talked about. I mean, people mention, Paul Heyman because all the heavyweight titles, or they mention Bobby Heenan because he did everything but the heavyweight titles. Grand Wizard was like a Triple Crown managing champion. Besides these guys, he also managed Killer Kowalski, Sergeant Slaughter early on in his career, Ox Baker, and Cowboy Bob Orton. And he was one of the men that was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1995. I haven't got to say this in a minute, but can you guess where I learned about the Grand Wizard from?
Legends of Wrestling, the video game.
It was Legends of Wrestling, the video game. In one of them, if you got enough coins from doing matches, all the superstars were unlocked, but you had to buy managers, and you could get them in like wrestling attire. And it was like Jimmy Hart, Captain Lou. I knew of them. Hart. He still won't make the interview. Captain Lou did a couple of ways first. Classy Freddie Blassie appeared with the W's. But I'd never heard of Grand Wizard, and I just thought he had a cool look, an interesting look. I don't remember unlocking him. I don't remember being very good at the game. But I started learning more about him as I started to research for my Big Time Wrestling series that I post on our Facebook page. And it just makes me beam with joy that his name is a dig at the Ku Klux Klan. That's the reason why the Grand Wizard is a PW profile.